I just say that there are some jokes in the Mikado, and we won't take any objection if you laugh.
Gentlemen, I pray you tell me where a gentle maiden dwelleth named Yam Yam, the word of Coco. In pity speak, oh speak, I pray you. Why, who are you? Who asks this question? Come, gather round me, and I'll tell you. The wandering minstrel, I a thing of threads and patches, of ballad songs and snatches, and dream me the lullaby. My catalogue is long through every passion ranging, and to your humors changing, I tune myself a song, I tune myself a song. Are you in sentimental mood? I'll sigh with you. Oh, sorrow. On maiden's coldness do you brood? I'll do so too. Oh, sorrow, sorrow. I'll charm your willing ears with songs of lovers' years, of sympathetic tears my cheeks may dew. Oh, sorrow, sorrow. Not a patriotic sentiment is wanted, our patriotic ballads cut and dry. For wherever country's banner may be planted, all of the local banners are defied. All warriors in serried ranks assembled, never quail or they conceal it if they do. And I shouldn't be surprised rise, the nations tremble before the mighty truth, the truth of NANKI-POOH.
Should we surprise, the nations tremble, tremble, will alone before the mighty truth, the truth of NANKI-POOH.
And if you call for a song of the sea, we'll leave the caps on the harp. With the yogi fall for the ministry, cause the trip and the hounds early, hurrah for the homeward bound. To lull off in a howling breeze, we tickle our landsman's face. But the happiest hour a sailor sees is when he's down at an inland dock with his Nazi on his knee. Yo-ho! And his arm around her waist.
Let off we go, with the sailor swings us round. With the yogi oh and round the homeward bound. With the yogi oh and round the low. Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho.
Of ballad songs and snatches that ring in a lullaby, that ring in a I'll tell you. A year ago, I was a member of the NANKI-POOH town band. It was my duty to take the cat round for contributions, and it was while discharging this delicate office that I saw Yum Yum. We loved each other at once, but she was betrothed to her guardian, Coco, a cheap tailor, and I saw that my suit was hopeless. Overwhelmed with despair, I left the town. Judge of my delight when I heard a month ago that Coco had been condemned to death for flirting. I hurried back at once in the hope of finding Yum Yum at liberty to listen to my protestations.
It is true that Coco was condemned to death for flirting, but he was reprieved at the last moment and raised to the exalted rank of Lord High Executioner under these remarkable circumstances. Our great Mikado Butchersman, when he to rule our land began, resolved to try a plan whereby young men might best be steady. So he decreed in words succinct that all who flirt all in all with less renew the alley, should forthwith be beheaded, 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 should forthwith be beheaded. And I am right, I think you'll be walking in this kind of way, and I will right to do the right to all.
You are right to be, you're right to know, it's right to find the right and me, and all is right as right can be. Right as right can be.
This done decree you'll understand caused great dismay throughout the land, for young and old and shy and bold equally affected. The youth, the winter roving high, or read the month, the new birth cycles thereupon found that usually objected, 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 usually objected. And I am that you can see to argue in this kind way, and I want to
Oh, yeah.
sex condemned to be known. And laid him heads before we set the next to be decapitated. Cut off another's head until his blood is alone, is alone, is alone, until his blood is alone. And we are technically set to argue in this time, and I'm right, you are right, all is right, you're right.
Why? That's the highest rank a citizen can attain.
Is it? Oh, logical, Mikado. Seeing no moral difference between the dignified judge who condemns a criminal to die and the industrious mechanic who carries out the sentence has combined the two offices into one. And now every judge is his own executioner.
But how good of you! For I see that you're a noble man of the highest rank. To condescend and tell all this to me, a mere strolling minstrel.
Don't mention it. I am in point of fact particularly haughty and exclusive personal pre-Adamite ancestry. You will understand this when I tell you I can trace my ancestry back to a protoplasmal, primordial, atomic, Consequently, my family pride is something inconceivable. But I can't help it. I was born sneering, but I struggle hard to overcome this defect. I mortify my pride continually. When all the head officers of state resigned in the body because they were too proud to serve under the next tailor, did I not at once accept all their posts?
And the salaries attached to them, you did.
It is consequently my degraded duty to serve this upstart as First Lord of the Treasury, Lord Chief Justice, Commander-in-Chief, Lord High Admiral, Master of the Buckhounds, Groom of the Backstairs, Archbishop of Titipu, and Lord Mayor, both acting and elect, all rolled into one. And at a salary. A poobah paid for his services. I had salary million. It revolts me. I do it, but it revolts me.
And it does you credit.
But I don't stop at that. I dine with middle-class people on reasonable rates. I dance at cheap suburban parties for moderate fee. I accept refreshment from any hands, however humble. Also, I retail state secrets for a very low figure. For example, any further information concerning Yum Yum would come under the head of state secret. Another insult, and I think a light one. Young man, despair, likewise go to Yum Yum the fair. You must not woo, it will not do. I'm sorry for you, you very perfect ablutioner. This very day from school, Yum Yum will wend away and homeward come with beat to drum and a run to win the Lord high execution. Shall the trumpet ring and they'll have to dash it away day. She'll toddle away as all of her with the Lord high execution.
And the brass will crash, and the trumpets break, and the contemplation of wedding day. She'll toddle away as all of her with the Lord high execution.
It's a hopeless case as you may see, and in your place away I flee. But don't blame me, I'm sorry to be of your pleasure a diminution of. They'll vow their act extremely soon. In point of fact this afternoon, with the performance and commences solution. be brave, and they'll come to dash on their wedding day. She'll toddle away as all of her, with the Lord High Executioner. And the brass will brush, and the trumpets ring, and the crowd to dash on the wedding day. She'll toddle away as all of her, with the Lord High Executioner.
And have I journeyed for a month or nearly to find that young whom I love so dearly. This day to Coco is to be united.
As you recited, but here he comes equipped as suits his station. He'll give you any further information.
If I should ever be called on to act professionally, I am happy to think there will be plenty of people whose loss will be a distinct gain to society at large. As someday it may happen that a victim must be found, I've got a little list of society offenders who might well be underground and who never would be missed. There's a pestilential nuisances who ask for autographs, or people who have flabby hands and irritating laughs, or children who want up in dates and floy with them flat, or people who in shaking hands shake hands with you like that, and nosy parkers who on spawning cozy chats insist. They'd none of them be missed. There's the disco serenader and the others of his race. The jazz saxophonist, I've got him on the list. Oh, funny fellows, comic girls, and clowns of Hebron life. They never would be missed, they never would be missed. And the idiot who despises in a horrid sneering tone. All centuries, but everything on his own. And the model from the 70s who dresses like a guy, wearing jeans and jacket or a three-piece suit and tie. And that singular anomaly, the nuclear physicist. I'm sure he'd not be missed. I'm sure he'd not be missed. There's that woman lip supporter who just now is rather rife. The lady politician, I've got her on the list. Or people who smoke cigarettes and puff them in your face. They never would be missed. They never would be missed. And disciplining teachers of the backside caning kind, such as watch me calling, thing me for, and likewise. Oh, never mind. And tut, tut, tut. And what's his name? And also, oh well, you know who. The task of filling up the blanks I'd rather leave to you. But it really doesn't matter who you put upon the list, for they'd none of them be missed. They'd none of them be missed. Marriage must last a week. I intend to live handsomely and want to consult you as the amounts we should spend upon them.
Certainly. In which of my capacities? As First Lord the Treasurer, Lord Chief Justice, Lord Chamberlain, Chancellor of the Exchequer, Privy Purse, or Private Secretary.
Suppose we say as Private Secretary.
Speaking as your Private Secretary, I should say that as the city will have to pay for it, don't stint yourself, do it well.
Exactly. As the city will have to pay for it. And that's your advice.
As Private Secretary. Of course, as you will understand that as Chancellor of the Exchequer, I'm bound to see due economy is observed.
But just now you said, don't stint yourself, do it well.
As Chancellor of the Exchequer.
I see. And now you're saying that due economy must be observed.
As Private Secretary.
I see. Come over here where the Lord Chancellor can hear us. Now then, as my solicitor, how do you advise me to deal with this difficulty?
Well, as your solicitor, I should have no hesitation saying Chancellor.
Thank you.
If it were not that, as Lord High Justice, it is my duty to see the law isn't violated.
I see. Come over here where the Lord Chief Justice cannot hear us. And now then, as First Lord of the Treasury.
Well, of course, as First Lord of the Treasury, I can propose a special vote that would cover all expenses. If it were not that as Leader of the Opposition, it would be my duty to resist it tooth and nail. But then, as Paymaster General, I could so cook the books that as Lord High Auditor, I would never discover the fault. But then, as Archbishop of Titipu, it would be my duty to denounce my dishonesty and give myself into my own custody as First Commissioner of Police.
That's extremely awkward.
I don't say all these dignified people couldn't be squared. But I'm trying to tell you, they would be sufficiently degraded in their own estimation, and thus insulted by a very considerable bride.
The matter should have my careful consideration. But a bride and her wards approach and any compliment on your behalf, such as an abject grovel in a characteristic Japanese attitude, would be esteemed a favor.
polite.
That was the idea.
Well, it seems odd, doesn't it?
It's rather peculiar. Oh, I expect it's all right. Must have a beginning, you know.
Well, of course I know nothing about these things, but I've no objection if it's quite usual.
Oh, it's quite usual. Hey, Lord Chamberlain.
I have known it done.
Thank goodness that's over. Why, that's never you.
Now tell us
When you present to me, one at a time, if you please.
Oh, if you please, he's the gentleman who used to play so beautifully, so beautifully. on the marine parade. Yes, the marine parade. That must have been the name of the instrument.
Sir, I have the misfortune to love your wild yum-yum. Oh, I know I deserve your anger.
Anger? Not a bit, my boy. Why, I love her myself. A charming little girl, isn't she? Nice eyes and pretty hair. A taking little thing altogether. Glad to have my opinion backed up by a competent authority. Thank you very much. Take him away. Goodbye.
I beg your pardon. What is this? Customer come to try on?
That is a tremendous swell.
Oh, God.
Go away, little girls. Go away. Can't talk to little girls like you. Go away, there's this.
Allow me to present to you, Pooh-Bah. These are my three brides, wards. The one in the middle is my bride-elect.
What do you want me to do? Mind, I will not kiss them.
No, you shan't kiss them. A little bow, a mere nothing. You needn't mean it, of course.
It goes against the grain. They are not young ladies, they are young persons.
Come. Make an effort. There's a good nobleman.
I shan't mean it. How do you do, little girls? How do you do? Oh, my photographs! I'm so scared.
Very good.
I see nothing to laugh at. It is very painful for me to have to say, how do you do, little girls, to little girls. I'm not under the habit of saying, how do you do, little girls, how do you do, to anything under the rank of a stockbroker.
Don't laugh at him. He can't help it. He's under treatment for it. Don't mind them. They don't understand the delicacy of your position.
We know how delicate it is, don't we?
I should think we did. How a man of your importance can do it at all is a thing I never can, and never shall understand.
Don't be so much regretting we have filled in empty care. To return to how we shall begin to find one. But you of course must have instincts of hardness, of hardness.
And don't you know those happy spring be harder, be harder. We're going to go.
Cannot show too much respect to what's highly titled, but nobody does, and why should you? That youth that should have its fling is hard on us, it's hard on us. To our prerogative we cling so hard on us, so hard on us. If we decline to dance and sing tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-
last we are alone. I have sought you night and day for 3 weeks in the belief that your guardian had been beheaded. But now I find you are about to be married to him this afternoon.
Alas, yes.
But you do not love him.
Alas, no.
What about rapture? But why do you not refuse it?
What good would that do? He's my guardian. He would never let me marry you.
But I would wait until you were of age.
Wait until I was of age? Why? You forget that in Japan, girls do not arrive at the years of discretion until they are 50.
True. From 17 to 49 are considered years of indiscretion.
Besides, a wandering minstrel who plays on a wind instrument outside tea houses is hardly a fitting husband for the ward of a Lord High Executioner.
But, shall I tell her? Yes, she will not betray me. What am I to prove? But after all, I am no musician.
No musician? Why? Why, I was certain of it. Directly I heard you play.
What is it to prove? That I am no other than the son of His Majesty the Mikado.
The son of the Mikado? But why is your Highness disguised? What has your Highness done? And will your Highness promise never to do it again?
Some time ago, I captivated Katisha, an elderly lady in my father's court. She misconstrued my customary affability into expressions of affection and claimed me in marriage under my father's law. My father, the Lysius Junius Brutus of his race, ordered me to marry her within a week or suffer ignominiously on the scaffold. That night, I fled the court, and assuming this disguise of a second trombone, I joined the band, in which I had the happiness of seeing you.
If you please, I think your Highness had better not come too near. The laws against flirting are excessively severe.
But we are quite alone, and nobody can see us.
Well, still, that doesn't make it right. To flirt is capital.
It is capital.
And we must obey the law.
Deuce take the law.
I wish it would, but it won't.
How happy it might be if it wasn't for the law.
Happy indeed.
If it wasn't for the law, we should be sitting side by side like this.
Instead of being obliged to sit half a mile off like this.
We should be gazing into each other's eyes like this.
Breathing sighs of unutterable love.
With our arms around each other's waists like this.
Yes. If only it wasn't for the law.
If it only wasn't for the law.
Well, as it is, of course, we couldn't do anything of the kind.
Not at all.
Being engaged to Coco.
Being engaged to Coco.
there she goes. To think how entirely my future happiness is wrapped up in that little parcel. Really, it hardly seems worthwhile. Oh, matrimony. Go away, sir. Can't I have a soliloquized? You have interrupted an apostrophe.
His Majesty the Mikado.
A letter from the Mikado? What on earth has he got to say to me? The Mikado is struck by the fact that no executions have taken place in NANKI-POOH for a year, and decrees that unless someone is beheaded in a month, the post of the Lord High Executioner shall be abolished, and the city reduced to the rank of a village.
But that will involve us in irretrievable ruin.
Yes, there's no help for it. I've got to execute someone at once. The only question is, who shall it
It seems unkind to say so, but as you're already under sentence of death for flirting, everything seems to point to you.
What are you talking about? I can't execute myself.
Why not?
Why not? Because in the first place, self-decapitation is an extremely difficult, not to say dangerous situation. And in the second, it's suicide. And suicide is a capital offense.
That is so, no doubt.
We might reserve that one.
It could be argued 6 months hence before the full court.
No, pardon me, but there I'm adamant. As official headsman, my reputation is at stake, and I can't consent to embark on a professional operation unless I see myself to a successful result.
This professional conscientiousness of yours is highly creditable to you, but it places us in a very awkward position.
My good sir, the awkwardness of your position is grace itself, compared to that of a man engaged in the act of cutting off his own head.
I am afraid, unless you can find a substitute.
A substitute? Oh, certainly. Nothing easier. Hoorah! I appoint you Lord High Substitute.
I should be delighted. Such an appointment would realize my fondest dreams. But no, at any sacrifice I must lay bounds to my insatiable ambition. I am so proud if I allowed my family pride to be my guide. I volunteer to win this sphere instead of you in a minute or two. But family pride must be denied and set aside and dignified and mortified.
My brain it teems with endless schemes, both good and new, for titty-boo, but if I flip the benefit that I diffuse, the town would lose. Now every man to aid his clan should plot and plan as best he can.
I heard one day a gentleman say that criminals who are cut in two can hardly feel the fatal steel and so are slain without much pain. This is true, it's jolly for you, your courage through to finish it new.
My brain it teems with endless schemes, both good and new, for titty-boo, but if the benefit that I diffuse, the town would lose. Now every man to his clan should plot and plan as best he can. And so, although I'm ready to go, yet recollect were disrespected, I neglect to thus affect this direct. So I object.
And so, although I wish to go, and greatly fight to brightly shine, and take the line of a hero mine with grief gone dying, I must decline.
And go and show both friend and foe how much you dare. I'm quite aware it's your affair, yet I declare I take the chef that don't much
sharp, sharp, from a chippy chopper on a big black bomb. So sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock, in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock, from a chippy chopper on a big black bomb. In a dull, dark dock, with a lifelong lock, short, sharp shock, a big black dock. So sit in solemn silence in a pestilential prison and awaiting the sensation of a chippy chopper on a big
I, who allowed myself to be respited at the last moment, simply in order to benefit my native town, am now required to die within a month, and that by a man who I have loaded with honors. Is this public gratitude? Is this... How dare you! Go away! Oh, what the everlasting soliloquies?
Go on, don't mind me.
What are you going to do with that rope?
I am about to terminate an unendurable existence.
Why, you cold-blooded scoundrel? Are you aware that in taking your life, you are committing a crime which is substitute.
What's the matter?
Is it absolutely certain you are resolved to die?
Absolutely.
Will nothing shake your resolution?
Nothing.
The prayers, the threats, entreaties, they're all useless?
Oh, my mind is made up.
Then if you really mean what you say, and you are absolutely resolved to die, and nothing will shake your resolution, then don't spoil yourself by committing suicide, but be beheaded handsomely at the hands of the Lord High Executioner.
But I don't see how that would benefit me.
You don't? Observe, you have a moment to live. You live like a fighting cock at my expense. When the day comes, there'll be a grand public ceremonial. You'll be the central figure, and no one will attempt to deprive you of that distinction. There'll be processions, bands, a dead march, bells tolling, all the girls in tears, young distracted. And then, when it's all over, general rejoicings. And a display of fireworks in the evening. You won't see them, but they'll be there all the same.
Do you think Yum would really be distracted at my death?
I'm convinced of it. Bless you, she's a most tender-hearted little creature.
I should be sorry to cause her pain. Perhaps, after all, if I were to withdraw from Japan and travel in Europe for a couple of years, I might contrive to forget her.
No, I don't think you'd forget Yum so easily. After all, what's more miserable than a love-blighted life?
True.
Life without Yum. Why, it seems absurd.
Yes, and there are a good many people in the world who have to endure it.
Poor devils, yes. You are right not to be one of their number.
I won't be of their number.
No,
We'll manage it. Let me marry Yum tomorrow. And in a month you may behead me.
No, I draw the line at Yum.
Very well, if you can draw the line, so can I.
How can I consent to your marrying Yum if I'm going to marry her myself?
My good fellow, she'll be a widow in a month, and then you can marry her.
That's true, of course. I quite see that. Dear me, my position in the next month is going to be most unpleasant. Most unpleasant.
Not half as unpleasant as my position at the end of it.
But dear me, I agree. After all, it's only putting off my wedding for a month. But you won't prejudice her against me, will you? You see, I've educated her to be my wife, and she's been taught to regard me as a wise and a good man, and I shouldn't like her views on that point disturbed. Believe me, she shall never learn the truth from me.
Congratulate me, gentlemen, I'm proud to volunteer. I think he'll do.
Yes, he'll do.
He yields his life if young Yamal surrender. Now I adore that girl with passion tender, and could not quit her with a ready will, or hurt her lot, if I did not adore myself with passion tender still, with passion tender still.
Oh yes, he loves himself with passion tender still.
Take her, I've got you, see. Take her, she's yours.
But as 3 weeks you've got to live as fellow citizens. This toast called 3 times 3 will give long life to you. Long life to you. Long life to you. Long life to you. Till then.
Oh!